Now, you see, we have three. Yes. Okay. 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 Thank you. Now, we have deep versions of, but you see, that is where our problem comes. Thank God for my brother, probably because they are still long in the field. Yes, God, Nehemiah, if you are the one who received the vision, the responsibility lies between you and your God that calls you. Listen, if you are still saying, they don't send money for me, that's why I'm not saying you should not support us again. No, please, sir. Okay, please. I'm not saying you should not support us. The king has his responsibility, and the king performs his responsibility. But the truth of the matter is, if God calls you, whenever you have a problem, the first person you should contact is that God. If you made the mistake of contacting people that did not call you, you are already in error, and that work will never progress. You have to hone the vision. When you hear people saying their work is there for them, if they pay, the work will go. If they did not pay, their work will remain. You have known what will happen in that place. And that is why you must have the vision. And as we pray, very soon we'll get to it. When people will have vision before we send them there. So that you say, are they not the one who sent me? Because even when you come to the field, the devil there, the demon on the field will ask you, who sent you? And if you cannot say, God sent me, you begin to fail from that day. This brother that talked now was with me in Nigeria some years ago. It's more than some now. And I told him, we want to use a front. We want him to become a barber by force so that we can reach out because of the situation of the place. I said, you are trying to be a barber. They know you are not. Those spirits know you are not. So be careful. Don't think they will believe. And they ask him, they say, we know you are not. And they show him some pepper sometime that, okay? So they know. And you have to know God sent you. So the responsibility is between you and your God. If not, you see, we may not have time for all this. That is what I'm saying. If we are able to discuss one, then I'm okay. You go with the rest. Nehemiah don't have to steal from the resources that the king gave to him. Why? Because it is his vision. It is his brainchild. This is his life. He cried unto God. Whether the king do anything or not, Nehemiah faced his God. 2 months, they did not send my salary, and you left the field. I don't think you should return back there. You should not, because you are doing nothing, and you will do nothing, even if you spend 30 years, because you have no vision, no passion for it. When Nehemiah had the vision, the Bible said he began to fast and pray. Nobody tell him to fast. The vision pushed him to fast. The vision pushed him to pray. And the vision pushed him to respond to the king and move from the palace to Jerusalem. The Lord will help us. I want you to ask yourself, where you are, do you have a vision for the place? Because you will not make effective use of anything. It will not concern you whether the work grew or did not grow. Whether the work lived or it died. It is their work. Human beings are born selfish. Do you know that? Whatsoever is your own, you cherish it. You don't have enough money, but you send your children to school, isn't it? Other children are outside the school, you don't bother, but your home, you take care of it. If you own the vision, you will not only make effective use of what you have, you will make a lot of sacrifice to make it flourish. Nehemiah neglected his salary. He said, I'm not taking salary, and he's feeding the poor. Why? This is his vision. He is not living in Jerusalem, and he will never live in Jerusalem. He came to help people in Jerusalem, and is investing there. Some people will say, do you want me to be using my money for the work? Me, I will not use my money for their work. Honestly, you should leave that place. Because it is their work. It is their work. Ask those who are really moving up, who are really trying to achieve something. They make sacrifices. They go extra lengths. They own the vision. They don't complain. A pastor is still working with me since 2002. CSC is not paying him from here. We are paying him from there, not from Abuja. Some years ago, he had an accident, and it was fatal. He was coming from the church, from one of our branch church, and a vehicle hit him on his bike terribly. So, the church over there did a little we can, but we could not. He have to come to UCH in Ibadan here. And another church from here took over because it's the tens of millions. Okay? And he was treated, he was well, and returned back to the field. Okay? And some people supported him with some instrument, a generator, a amplifier, battery, and a lot of things. And he still gave it to the church. Now, if he did not own the job, he would have said, the denomination that did not even take care of me when I am sick. Why should I give? You see, but this is my vision. When God sent him to me, I never know him, 2002, God said, somebody is praying, go and join him to work. And he left Ibadan, come to Niger, and we met. So if anybody is now saying, they don't pay my salary for 3 months, they did not insist, it is because you don't own the vision, and that is why you are complaining about everything. For you to be able to maximize what you have, the first thing is that you must own the vision. The Lord will help us. I should not preach. Okay, number 2. According to the book of Nehemiah, who owns the vision? Is it the Nehemiah? Is it the king? Is it the people in Jerusalem? Who owns the vision? Nehemiah owns the vision. The king supported him, but at last the vision became the vision of the people in Jerusalem. That is what we should do. If it remains your vision, then it is no longer a vision. To be able to maximize the resources, the little you have, you take that resources to the people, you show the people, you sell the vision to them, they accept it, then you use what you have together. Not, I'm saying, the headquarters, they have money and they are not sending it down. They have money and they are not sending that. They. You don't own the vision and you don't sell the vision to the people. It did not become the people's vision. Anything that is not your own, you are liable to waste it. When you see a child that did not take his father's money as his own, what did you do with it? He wasted it. But the one that knows, this is my own, he protect it. Now, number 3. Now, applying to our situation today, How do we best relate in the triangular relationship between Nehemiah, the king, and the Bible something there? They said the queen also sitting by him, and Asaph. Nehemiah is the missionary. The king is the mission agency. Asaph is the mission supporter. How do you think the relationship, what relationship do you think should be between Nehemiah, the king, and the mission supporter? Yes. Partnership. Can you say 2 more words about that? Okay. Thank you. Yes. We are many here now. Here too, please. Yes, you talked before. Okay, another person. Yes. Understanding. Understanding, not overstanding anyway. Yes. Shared vision. Shared vision. If the king did not understand Nehemiah's vision, he would not have supported it. It is the responsibility of the missionary to write it clear, just like the book of Habakkuk said. Write it clear. This. Then let the mission supporter see it clearly. Asaph have to know what Nehemiah needs. He needed logs, he needed this, he needed that. Most of the time, the mistake we do make is that we only base on salary. They should be paying our salary. Let me tell you one thing. Those of us who have been on the field for a long time, you know that the people that you either send home to be trained or that are sent from home to you, they are the people that cause you a lot of problem. Yes or no? Do you know why? It takes me years to understand this. Now, how? Please come. Okay. Beside him also come. Yes, both of you, please. Thank you. Now, look at this illustration. This is my father. Okay? And this is my son. They are 10 like that. Any time I gave birth to a son, I say, Father, I gave birth to a son. It is your responsibility. I gave birth to another one. I say, Daddy, I gave birth to another one. It's your responsibility. So the father is taking care of all my children. And remember, I'm not the only child he has. So the other people, as they are having their own children, they are giving it to me. What did I become? Irresponsible. Now, I want this man to be seeing me as father. But he's saying that you are not performing the responsibility of a father over me. You are my brother. I said, no, you must respect me. 2, I did not want him now to be talking directly to my father. But he said, but there is the one taking care of me. The same way they are taking care of you is the one taking care of me. Why must I talk to you before I talk to them? Do you see the clear picture of what happened to us? So, it began like that. Then, as he began to have his churches and say, okay, you must be bringing something. He said, what are you giving to those at home who is supporting you? So, why must I be giving you? They are giving you from home. You say I should be giving you also. You, an irresponsible father. Then, we have a lot of problems. Instead of asking for the salary from, if you have 5, 6, 10 children, and you cannot take care, the father can help you with land, he can help you with house, he can help you with that. We help you to take care of your responsibility, not giving all your responsibility to your father. And that is the clear picture. I am the missionary. This is the sending agent. When I have this child, it should be my responsibility to take care of my child. If I cannot, say, please help me, I need a room. Help me, I need a land. Help me, we want to start this. But for me to be giving all my children to my father make me irresponsible and make my children not to respect me. Thank you, sir. And that has created a lot of problem for us. You have the vision, you maintain the vision. If all the workers I have in Niger are being paid from home, we have lost respect long ago. But the truth is that when the church stopped supporting many years ago now, the work did not stop. Do you know why? We are taking care of ourselves without their help. So when their help stops, it can only slow us down a bit. It cannot affect the work. We still continue. But if I become a father that I am giving birth to children with the expectation that my father will take care of my children, I will become irresponsible. My children will see me as irresponsible, and the work will not move forward. They will see me as their senior brother, not their father. And anytime they want to ask something, they won't even ask me again. They will ask from where I am asking from. Okay? Children don't pray, God bless me. They say, bless my father. Because their resources come from their father. I pray the Lord will help us. I hope I'm not saying something that is too... Okay? You know, when you did not have the vision, you did not own it, they send you to a place. Thank God the last speaker talked about many areas where we are working, they are not mission field. And that is the bitter truth. And in a church like CSC, let me give an example. You are here working. 100 meters away, there's another CSC working. That one, as CSC is being paid salary from the little work he's doing and paying his assessment. You are here just 100 meters. You don't pay any assessment. Your salary is being paid from. Your work is not growing. His work is growing. It's growing. Do you ask why? Where you are, do you know they are your friend who started their ministry? Their own personal ministry. They don't have salary from any headquarters, and their church is growing. They don't have anybody to complain to, and they are still working, and their church is not closing down. And you, with all what you are receiving, you are just complaining, and your work is that. Do you ask why? You have to own it. This is my life. This is my work. This is my vision. If those people did not support me again, we start still being in the ministry? That's the question you should ask. I am not saying, I still repeat, that you should not support us again. But you need to own it. Nobody. You don't have to say, somebody sent me there. If God did not send you there, then come out. And if really you want to be a missionary, go to the place where the work is. So everybody that is not getting enough money from this little church want to join mission. Why? Whether you work or not, you will be paid. I will be there as long, even if it's 20 years, as long as they are paying my salary. What else? You are killing the work and you are killing yourself. Because you can go beyond that. Any help that comes, it should be appreciated and you should work with it. Because you own the vision. You don't need any supervision if you have a vision. Now, you may not have sufficient resources, but you can make great things happen with the little available to you when you own the vision. You don't have enough resources, yet you provide accommodation, education, etc. for your family because you own it. You need to own the vision. Can we go forward? Okay. B. Oh, D, sorry. He has jumped. No matter what help the king and Asaph may render, the responsibility still lie on the shoulder of Nehemiah to accomplish the vision. Owning the work, possessing the vision is the mindset resources of the will. Resources of the will. Sorry, when am I stopping? 7. Okay. Thank you. Biblical example. Paul and his apostolic team. Are you there? Paul and his missionary team gave periodic report of their work to the elders in Jerusalem, yet they did not see the vision as belonging to the Jerusalem elders. It is their vision. It is their vision. They saw themselves fulfilling God's mandate on their lives, with or without the Jerusalem church. With or without them, they go on. They did not regard the Jerusalem church as their sponsor, but rather as partners in ministry, as you rightly said. They rather look to God for their needs rather than depending or crying to the church in Jerusalem. I think you have read about Paul. You have read his ministry. Okay? They never seek for transfer because money, position, or material possession is not their motivation, but accomplishing God's purpose. Take me away from here. There is nothing there. There is nothing. The first time I saw that, a young man brought a bag of yam and something. My pastor of blessed memory, Adejubu, was still alive then. He brought it to the wife and said, then he said, please help me talk to Baba. Where they put me? There is nothing there. I said, nothing there? There are no people there? He said, there are people there, but there's no money. Mama said, please, I don't know about that. If that is why you bring yam, go back with your yam. I want transfer. That place is not good. I want somewhere place, because you have no vision, no passion for the place or for the people. So, like Nehemiah, Nehemiah risked everything to rebuild the wall. Ask all those who have been there. Ask how they built the camp in Gambia. Ask how they built house and school in Liberia. Some of them will say, you are lucky. You are go to the mission director. They are just pumping money to you. You deceive yourself. Because that is how some people think. Me now, it has been 3 months that my salary is not paid. I have not been paid for more than 6 years. And I'm not complaining. And I will never. And I cannot be poor. Do you know why? He that calls is faithful. Please, owns the work. How can you imagine putting a cost upon yourself? They give you money to buy 50 chairs. You bought 30 and had money for 20. What a cost. We are building a house. And they give you half, you had half. What a cost. You know, I was little in those days when they said they give to missionaries, and this man of God came, still CSC. The people gathered clothes, they bought clothes and all these things, and this man went and opened a shop for the wife. And so clothes that wear it. My father said, are you prophesying? He said, why? They said, you said this thing is for widows and orphans, and you gave it to your wife. Are you prophesying? They said you should give something to the widow and you gave it to your wife. Are you saying your wife will become a widow? Sometimes we heap curses upon ourselves thinking you are wise. Mr. Gehazi, the Lord will heal you. So, please, we need to hone the work. If there are other examples, the second thing is to have a clear vision, a clear mission, goals and objective. And the third point is use what you have to do what you need to do. Don't just be jumping here and here, here and here. You have 2 children. You have not taken care of them. You want to have 10. You know why we do that? We want to tell the leaders that we are doing something great. You have 2 churches. You have not taken care of them. Say, this year again, we are going to open 10. You have 2 last year. They all die. This year, you say you are having 4. Next year, you say, what is wrong with you? You don't impress anybody. The only person you can impress is God, and He's never impressed. Hold the vision. Hold on to God. Do what He has called you to do with all your strength, with all your energy. If you cannot put your resources into the work, and you are calling people to put their resources in the work, it is a curse. Do you know that? It is their own resources, their own money they are putting, and you are not putting. You are just at the receiving end. The Bible says it is blessed to do what? To give than to receive. That is why many of us cannot leave the position where you are, because you had nothing. Do your own. The what you have, use it judiciously. But you see, you have to hone the vision. This is what God has called me to do, and I'm ready to serve God